Hello, welcome to Astronautics for Exploit. This is Dr. Ayanshola Ogundele. Emerging companies and investors of Interplanetary Internet endeavor to build capacity for linking the Earth, the Moon, the Mars, and beyond. The focus points are as follows: networked space communications, and emerging companies and investors of Interplanetary Internet. This space exploration of the vast, unexplored region of space that extends beyond Earth's moon, Mars, and beyond, and future of space exploration requires the capability to transport cargo and crew beyond low Earth orbit and effective interplanetary internet. To be able to achieve humanity's desire to explore this space, several space technologies, such as interplanetary internet, have been developed. Interplanetary internet is required to aid communication among planets, moons, satellites, asteroids, robotic spacecraft, and crewed vehicles. The deep space exploration missions generate enormous amount of scientific data that are needed to be transmitted to the Earth. Autonomous space data delivery system having high data rates is needed for seamless data transmission between in-space systems. The interplanetary internet is being envisioned to provide the much needed communication capabilities. Examples of various emerging companies and investors of interplanetary internet are Solar Space Company, SpaceX, Blue Origin, Google, Boeing, NASA, ESA, Metrocorp, Interplanetary Networking Special Interest Group, and Consultative Committee for Space Data Systems. Solar Space provides internet-based communication solutions that make living and working in space more efficient. Presently, attention is shifting from low Earth orbit and cislunar to Mars. Space and Blue Origin are vying to expand Mars-Earth interplanetary internet. Networked space communications. Over the next several decades, as humans embark on the next stage of the internet's spread into the solar system, scientists will need to manipulate sophisticated experimental instruments on space stations and exchange vast streams of data with colleagues living on the Moon and eventually on the Mars. Presently, several emerging companies and investors are mapping out strategies to develop interplanetary internet, which is also known as solar system internet. Conceptual rendering of the near future of space exploration is shown in this picture. Emerging companies and investors of interplanetary internet. They have Solar Space Company, SpaceX, Blue Origin, Google, Interplanetary Networking Special Interest Group, Consultative Committee for Space Data Systems, NASA, Boeing, ESA, and Metrocorp. Solar Space Company provides internet-based communication solutions that make living and working in space more efficient. SOSTO enables communications for on-orbit access and crew. It helps astronauts and spacecraft operators achieve safe and cost-effective mission operations. Illustration of SOSTO space communicators in space is shown in this picture. SOSTO space is pioneering the use of persistent communication services for all types of on-orbit assets, including satellites, space stations, launch vehicles, and more. The company provides an internet connection between spacecraft and Earth-based payload managers, satellite operators, and enable communications for crewed missions in suborbit, LEO orbit, and cislunar and lunar surface operations. System Wi-Fi access points is shown in this picture. SOSTAR's Wi-Fi access points and space communicators provide reliable connectivity for space operations. SOSTAR solutions are flown on several space flights, and its Wi-Fi access points are suitable for use on space stations, in habitats, and lunar environments. This helps SOSTAR to contribute to the evolution of interplanetary space internet. SOSTAR persistent space communication services is shown in this picture, which connect everything and everyone in space. SpaceX, an aerospace manufacturer, space transport services provider, and satellite manufacturer, is working on interplanetary internet. SpaceX achievements include being the first private company to successfully launch and return a spacecraft from the Earth orbit in 2010, sending a spacecraft to the International Space Station in 2012, and launching astronauts to the International Space Station in 2020. Illustration of Internet spreading across the solar system is shown in this picture. SpaceX has developed the Falcon 9 and Falcon Heavy rockets, the Dragon spacecraft for ISS docking, and the Starlink satellite network for global internet coverage. The company's ambitious goal is Mars colonization, facilitated by the Starship rocket and interplanetary transport system. SpaceX is contending to build out the interplanetary internet linking Mars and Earth. Building of interplanetary internet between the Earth and the Mars concept is shown in this picture. Blue Origin. Presently, attention is shifting from low Earth orbit and cislunar to Mars. SpaceX and Blue Origin are vying to expand Mars-Earth interplanetary internet. The countries awarded to Blue Origin to fly Artemis spacefarers to the south pole of the moon and to develop prototype designs for spacecraft to orbit Mars as part of NASA's Mars exploration program, spurred the company's interest in developing interplanetary internet. The picture here shows illustration of interplanetary internet. Blue Origin vision is to enable a future where millions of people are living and working in space for the benefit of the Earth. To develop interplanetary internet capability, Blue Origin is investing in the technology and assisting other companies. Sister company vying to be the first internet service provider in space as well as a NASA monitoring system for testing technologies on suborbital vehicles were both carried into space when Blue Origin's New Shepard rocket successfully launched on April 29. Illustration of orbital rail space station that will benefit from interplanetary internet concept is shown in this picture. Interplanetary Networking Special Interest Group is another emerging company and investor of celestial and interplanetary internet. It is known as the Interplanetary Chapter and is working to extend terrestrial networking into solar system space, which is consistent with the Internet Society's objectives to grow the Internet to unpopulated areas and connect the unconnected domain to ensure that even in space, the Internet is for everyone. IPNSG is investing resources in expanding networking to interplanetary space for the benefit of humanity. High-rate delay tolerant networking is shown in this picture. To realize a functional and scalable system of interplanetary communications that is open, trusted, and secure, innovative concepts for the creation of an interplanetary internet are currently under investigation. The Interplanetary Internet Special Interest Group elaborated a suitable network architecture and identified key research areas. Delay disruption tolerant networking, which enable the use of multiple paths and providers to efficiently deliver data, is shown in this picture. Consultative Committee for Space Data System is another emerging company and investor of interplanetary internet. CCSDS is a multinational forum for the development of communications and data systems standards for spaceflight. More than 1,000 space missions have chosen to fly with the CCSDS developed standards. It has developed data standards and information system frameworks covering a variety of areas, including data creation, transmission, management, and preservation, as well as the systems supporting that data. Illustration of provision of interplanetary internet is shown in this picture. NASA is investing in the development of interplanetary internet. NASA's Human Exploration and Operation and Science Mission Directorates are collaborating to make interplanetary internet a reality. NASA is working on a demonstration of disruption-tolerant networking, a technology that sends information more the same way as conventional internet does. Signaling across the cosmos is shown in this picture. Boeing builds adaptable satellites to meet changing business cases and fulfill even the most demanding missions. Boeing is moving forward to build, launch, and operate its own broadband internet network from space. This will help the development of interplanetary internet. SMS Express relay data from Solar rover is shown in this picture. ESA is making important innovative steps towards a true solar system internet by providing ESA ground infrastructure capability to handle disruption-tolerant networking. This opens up possibilities for lunar communication relays with reliable and flexible communication both in space and Earth. ESA and NASA have controlled a rover from the International Space Station by using an experimental version of interplanetary internet. Extension of Earth's internet to Mars with orbital data servers is shown in this picture. Mystery's unique identification of Internet of Things devices shall help to improve security for connected devices. Presently, MetroCorp is developing capability of providing interplanetary internet services. Illustration of interplanetary internet strategy is shown in this picture. For more information, contact Astronautics for Exploit. You've been watching and listening to Imagine companies and investors of interplanetary internet endeavor to build capacity for linking the Earth, the Moon, the Mars, and beyond. Presented by Dr. Anushala Ogodele, with a focus point network space communication, and imagine companies and investors of interplanetary internet. Thank you.